Hi everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Motorsport Manager from the Ashes Challenge, and we're looking at now the 4th race of the challenge, 10th race of the season in Ardennes, and a 29-point lead, which is holding pretty solid, which is not a lot to say given that we have had 2 bits of luck. We had a race where Wexler crashed. Last race, Sarnen got demoted because of an illegal part. So, yeah. A lot of work to do. Car still in 4th position. So let's see what we can do here as we head off to Belgium. Motorsport has a question. Front wing seems to be holding the team back. Technical commentators seem to agree. Is it true? Yep. Gonna work on it. And, oh, our marketability went down. Hey, guess what? I don't care. That does not going to affect this season. Yes, and Wexler won Milan. We know. Easily, I might add. Okay, so for Ardennes, we want to focus on the front wing and the engine. Gearbox as well, but front wing and engine. So let's clear those out. And then, let's see, for reliability, yeah, we've still got the 2 sort of spare, if you will, engines. We don't want to work on this gearbox because it's not as good as these others can be once they're boosted up. So I really think we want to just boost these, the crucial parts. And I think that's all I want to work on. We've only got 10 days. We're not going to be able to finish them. So we're just going to, work on the ones we're going to be using. North going to retire. Jenny North of cont'd Sport. We are first, better than our goal of second. Okay, 42 laps, 3.6 miles, long, and pretty good chance of rain, but we had that at Milan too. It didn't happen. Front wings is the big deal, and ours suck. And Lippinen wants a better engine. I do too. Not going to happen. A house fire, which is going to make Oliveira worse for 8 weeks. That is going to suck. -1 across the board. Everything I owned about in that house, I feel like I've lost a part of myself. Ruled out a chance of arson and electrical fault with their high-tech music system. Oh, dear. Well, that's just going to make things that much more difficult. And Harry Chapman picked to win the race. That'd be fine with us. Wexler hoping to close the gap, saying he will catch Lippinen. And then Chapman favored by... you know what? You quoted him twice. That's weird. I don't know why you need to tell us twice. But, alright. So, yeah. Let's see where we're at. We're still 4th overall. Got the third best engine, fifth acceleration, third braking. So we've fallen behind Steinman and Scuderia Rossini in the brakes as well. We're down to seventh on the front wings despite working on them for this race. Fifth in suspension. We're still first on that rear wing. But yeah. So if anything, the gap has grown. And with the front wing being so important for this race, this could get ugly. This could definitely get ugly. Okay, 17 degrees for the race. I think that's soft weather. I don't think it's super soft weather. Says clear for the race, rainy for qualifying. So, we'll just add a second medium. I think that's where I want to be. 6 on super softs. Plenty for qualifying, plenty of regular softs. Go ahead with that. We are picked 6th and 8th. Which is a bit lower than we were picked last time. The feeling this is going to be an increasing struggle. And we have a small lead. So yeah, Modi now the top feedback person that we have. Still at 360 on the parts. And I want to start out with softs, not supers, so I'll switch that up in a moment. A little more speed here, it looks like. Try something like that. And let's switch to race trim. There we go. Modi looking pretty good today. Lipinen better, so that's obviously going to be excellent to get him out. And this is a long looping, pit row there, and it can really confuse you because it looks like you're falling behind, but then you'll come around and you'll maybe stay ahead of cars that are going around the outside of that turn. So just sort of throws things off. But Sanjay Modi, or however you pronounce his name, we are don't get to ride along with him much, but we'll do it for a bit here. We can see the tire temperature dipping on the softs, but it's going to be a little bit warmer on race day. And nothing to say about the setup so far. And Modi likes the gear ratios. Lipinen does not. So we'll pull him in to make an adjustment. Based on our experience so far, we're basically just expecting to be able to max everything out, regardless of what happens in practice. Although this is a longer track, so it won't be as easy as it was in Milan. It's also a track on which it is quite a bit more difficult to pass people, although Milan's basically the easiest one there is, so... Okay, so we want more speed. If you want more speed, you probably want more oversteer. We'll guess in that direction. And let's just say a hair more downforce for the fun of it, just to try that out. Modi's not happy with the downforce, but doesn't say what's wrong with it. Yeah, in about a minute and a half, so not the length of time that they were saying, but it's much longer than Milan. And also, I believe, just as many laps, if not more, so it's just going to be a longer race in general. Modi wants more handling, control, more oversteer. Probably, we'll go with a little bit more downforce here. Just put it where I had it for. Well, it seems like it might be a bit high. Yeah, we'll try that. And then we're probably going to want more speed, if anything. Let's see how that works. Both drivers are 76-78% on their first try, so a decent first attempt at the setup, but nothing spectacular. We're about halfway to level 3 on the softs and the race trim. So we're going to get there. We may not quite get there on qualifying and supers. Dieter Wexler going under 131. Oh, for Pete's sake. Yeah, we will, but you're going to wait to come in to do your change. I don't want to make any more adjustments until we finish up level 3, because I want to see if we can get to level 3 on the qualifying and the supers. Ninth and 16th, of course, not an inspiring position to be in. Modi liking the aero improvements. And Lipinen does like the speed balance better. That's good to know. This whole back and forth section is like almost hypnotizing, especially during a race when you're going through it over and over and over again. But it does make for a good deal of variety in the track. Let's see, Modi is ahead on the track here. Let's see where we are. I think we're going to want to come in. Yeah, he doesn't like the handling either. Yeah, we're going to want to bring both of them in here. This is going to be the lap. And we're going to make some changes. You can see with the time, it's going to be close. But we just hit level 3 race trim. And softs. Boy, he's right on the money, except he hates the handling. So if we can get that in, it could be faster for this segment. Super softs. Setup. Okay, we were at poor. And then very poor. So we want to be all the way on the other end, pretty much. And then we'll want to... You know, we can tweak that later. But why not do it now? Just get as close as we can. Same thing here. 83% because the handling isn't as bad. But you're going to tell me the same thing, aren't you? Yep. Might want a little bit more on the handling, but we'll try this. Looks like his adjustments are going to take less time, and indeed they do. And let's see how we are going to do with these tires and the temperature, because again, it's going to be a little bit warmer on race day. Did I not switch? I'm in super... Only one of them's on qualifying. Oh, go me. I don't think I can see who it is. Nope. Pretty sure. Yeah, doggone, I waited too long for Lippinen. I'm pretty sure I screwed that up. Pretty sure Lippinen's the one that I didn't switch. In any case, the tire's actually decreasing in temperature here too. So it's possible that like Super Soft's actually the better tire option. It'd be really annoying if that's true, because if they're even close. So, practice has gone so well for the rest of this season. It's not where I've had problems, but boy is it, am I stinking it up here. Okay, at least we know that you're right on the money. 99%. Yay! And yeah, you're on race trim. It was you that I screwed up. Stick on the same tires and get back out there. So there's some fun wasted time, and it's probably going to cost us getting the qualifying Super Softs in. Well, we'll at least get level 2. And we'll just see how this goes. But yeah, it looks like Super Softs are the better tire for the temperature. So I may be sticking with them. It'll really depend on how many stops, because if I can start on Super Softs and finish on Softs or something like that, it's going to depend on the tire wear at the end of the day. Level 1 qualifying. I think we're going to end up with level 2 of both. That's my best guess here. Level 2 Super. It looks like Modi, yeah, doesn't quite have the fuel to finish up. He's gonna have to come in, and then I'll just try to go right back out again. Track getting better. The weather just staying 15 degrees all day. '99 and '98. Not arguing with that. No change on anything, just go back out with new fuel. So for both drivers, this figures to be their final lap. And we could hit the Super Softs. We're not going to hit the qualifying trim. We're right along with Lipinen, who's in the back of the two drivers. I think we're going to hit the Super Softs, and we would have made qualifying if I hadn't screwed it up. So that's going to cost us when it comes time trying to get a decent position in the field. We started 6th and 8th 2 races ago, 5th and 7th last time. There it is. At least we got our Super Soft, so we can go with them if that's what we want. And look at Lipinen setting the fastest lap on his last one around. That I was not expecting. Okay, so Steinman, 2nd and 5th, Scuderia Senior 3rd and 4th. It just continues to be these three teams. And we've got a fan here saying, keep up the good work. I'm not even going to try to massacre that name. Impressive performance, says CSN's Sophie Richards. Qualifying was supposed to rain, and it's going to. So nobody is ready for the rain. Now the question here is, it's gonna be wet at the beginning. It's gonna be dry later. So I don't even see a reason to go out at all on the wet stuff. So we'll go Super Softs and qualifying. That's our best shot. We're happy with the setup. We definitely want to be on super softs. Now I'm going to try to get in 2 runs. I think starting at about 9 minutes, a little bit less actually, should be okay. Well, I think I have to start at 9. I'm going to go out at 9, and that gives a chance for most of the rain to work itself out. And we'll go with Oliveira first, Lipinen second, because he's definitely the one I think that has the best chance to finish up further. Not yet. And we'll watch for any sign of rain later on. Oliveira's form going up from a poor start, and Lipinen's looking good. Chapman out there on super softs. And not dealing with a lot of water, but some. Okay. So, let's go out and see what we can do with this. There is going to be a significant delay again with pit row, so if anything, 9 minutes might have been late. I think I'll follow on a bit closer than usual, just a tad earlier than I might normally do, because of that delay. It's going to be really close getting Lipinen that second run. I might have waited too long, but we'll have to wait and see. So the brake's way too warm. All we can do is hit the tire temps. Yeah, I definitely think that I probably went out too late. But die is already cast here. And Oliveira second. Happy about being second behind Chapman. We don't really know how good that is yet. Lipinen faster. And finishes a better second. So now second and third. Love to stay there, but other cars are going to be going out. It's unlikely that that's actually going to hold up. Four minutes. So it looks like we've got plenty of time. So actually, I'm just going to sit in here for about a minute. So I misjudged the time. I was actually, if anything, I went out too early. So I could probably run a little lower, but I'm going to go out again at 240 with Oliveira. I want to make sure I give Lippanen enough time to run his lap. Of course, we're waiting for the grip to gradually accumulate and hopefully get a little better. Both drivers quality in the mid-5s, but not spectacular by any means. And this timing should be about right to get us the most we can. We're just into the medium ranking on the track grip now. Speed up a bit there, Aki. Temps look good for Lippanen. Well, that's cutting it a little close. Crosses the line with about 6 seconds remaining. Still, the timing was quite good. And Wexler under a minute and a half. We're down to 3rd and 4th, but now 4th and 5th. Now 5th and 6th. And Oliveira not winning any awards with that second sector is not going to improve her time, I don't think. Nope. She made it worse. Lippanen, though, boy, that second sector, not good for him either, although he did do better. He's got a shot to improve a little bit, maybe get by Sharp at the best. So we qualified 5th and 7th. He does get by Sharp for the second race in a row. Wexler, Saarinen, and Chapman. And Holtz. So, you know, again, Sharp up here. I believe this is almost exactly the same order as before. And not thrilled to see Scuderia Rossini take the top 2 places easily. That spells trouble. Only worth watching because Dieter Wexler is racing. Not the best qualifying session, but Agatha Wells will have a good race strategy. Keep the faith. Gonna try. And we've got sunny weather. Again, no sign of rain, it appears. None that I can see. Alright, which tires do we want to go with? We've got 42 laps to cover. Those are probably not going to get us halfway there. I think we're going to want to go with one super soft and one soft to get us through the race. The start's usually the most important. So, That's what we'll go with for Lipinen. Super Softs and race trim. Even though he'll spend a little bit less time on those tires. Race trim and engine expert for Oliveira, and we will give her the full tank as usual. Question is, do I want to try to squeeze that third lap out? Because I know I'm going to reduce the fuel here by 2. Do I want to grab another one? And then I won't be able to push the car at all. I think I do. I think I want to grab that speed. Take the risk. Okay. So it's Scuderia Rossini in row 1, Steinman in row 2. Lipinen is 5th and Oliveira 7th. Both looking good but not great at 6. And Sharp again with a 1 in expected form for the second race in a row. That is unreal. So we're looking for any chances, any opportunities, but it looks like it's a one-stop race without anything particularly special. And look at Oliveira bolting past. Lipinen had a great start the last time. This time Oliveira does. 5th and Lipinen down to 9th. Of course, with the full fuel setup, I'd expect Oliveira to actually not be very good until, you know, say the middle of the race or so, when she's able to push more. Wexler in 1st, Chapman down to 4th. Lipinen only 10th. Would really be nice if he would get his act together. He's behind Gonzalez on mediums, of all things, and Blanc on super softs. Okay, now he gets by Gonzalez. Lipinen holding in 5th. Sorry, it's Oliveira in 5th. Get my drivers straight. But might be losing it here to Schmidt. And it looks like she is. Lipinen back down to 10th behind Gonzalez. That's ridiculous. And we're going to go medium now. Well, actually, we'll stick with high and neutral there, and we're going to have to neutral everything out for Lipinen because going low fuel, we don't have much of a choice there. Is 9th now ahead of Gonzalez, but we're going to need a lot more than that from him. Driving is 6.2. Oliveira's at 5, so we just, I don't know what his deal is. This drops again. 11th. Oh my goodness, what is wrong with you, Aki? And I know your front wing sucks, but seriously. This is supposed to be your strong part of the race. Oliveira trying to hold off Nina Holtz in 6th. And at the moment, we would they would draw even with us. And we would be like everybody's beating us here. We have a real serious problem with how Lipinen's just Up to 6.4, so it says he's driving well, but he's not. Been stuck behind this Panther for ages now. Yeah, well, you put yourself there. You know, Oliveira, I'm worried about... Oh, dude, Holtz got by. That's even worse. Alright. And Surikov takes the position back from Lipinen. Well, looked like he was going to. Lots of positions changing hands here in this middle section with all the turns. You see Wexler and Chapman battling up front, and again, nobody else in that class. 7th and 10th. This is pretty ugly. But Oliveira, you've got some room behind you, so I think this is time for you to just chill out. Oh, Lipinen, you've lost a spot. You keep losing spots to cars on worse tires. Would you please just pull your head out of your behind? Driving at 6.8. Hey, why don't you act like it? Oliveira dropping back of Holtz, but I'm okay with that. Right now I'm just trying to conserve your fuel so that you can push later. Both drivers at 68% on the tires. I want to see how many laps of this they can get through at the current, not pushing the tires, just holding them at neutral so that they more or less maintain their temperature here. Okay, 4 to 5% a lap. Even if it's 4, another 9 or 10 laps, so we're going to be like lap 18 or 19 are going to be coming in. We're definitely going to want to switch to regular softs. And that really isn't a surprise, given we burned them at the beginning of the race. But we definitely don't want to be doing 2 stops. Some of the other lead drivers may have to do 2. We don't want to. We want to pick up positions if anybody makes that mistake. But yeah, 7th and 10th. Yeah, and Lipinen got past Ribeiro, but not getting any further. Of course, the whole idea with him running lighter on fuel was so he wouldn't have to put himself in this position. But he did anyway. And I'm sort of in a corner strategically because I can't push him on either tires or fuel. That's 7.2. but just not getting it done. Got to the inside there for a bit. And then, yeah, we're so weak on the turns that it's just a disaster right now. Oliveira now 2 seconds behind North. I don't think we're going to make it past lap 18. I think that's when we're going to come in. And Chapman staying right behind Wexler. Less than a second there. Big gap to Sharp. Right now, yeah, we would lose our lead completely. That is not good. So it's entirely possible that I have not figured out this challenge and that it's going to be a fail. I'm not at all resigning myself to that, but it's not looking good right now. We're just slipping a little bit in competitiveness with each race. We're not getting the opportunities that we need to improve or move up. And as you complain about it, you finally get by Gonzalez again. Well, that's good if you can hold it. You should never have been back there to begin with. Now we're back up to tied currently in the championship. And Lipinen now slipping down to 6.8. Was in the low to mid 7s. No change for Oliveira. Comfortably got 3 seconds basically in front and behind. Just motoring along, and Wexler now pulling away from Chapman, who has worse tires. So only Blanc in between. And Lipinen now chasing down. Now that he's got room to drive, is chasing down Blanc. I'm just going to bank as much fuel as I can here with Oliveira so that we can push later. And should be able to push most of the second half of the race there. Second and a half now for Lipinen behind Blanc. And not going to catch up, I don't think, by the time, could be wrong, but by the time we pit. Well, could be. I think probably will, now that I think about it. Math being a bit off. Yeah, we're looking at another 3 laps. And Oliveira both losing time against Holtz and gaining it against the rest of the field. Lipinen finally shaking free of Gonzalez, but just staying back there so long just cost him all kinds of time. Time that we could not afford to lose. Yeah, I think we're going to have to come in on lap 17. See where it's at that point. But Wexler and Chapman just out there almost 10 seconds in front of everybody. There's just no way they can compete with them right now. Temperature going up to 18. Stressing the tires a bit more. Another argument in favor of softs. And let's just... Yeah, 26 laps left, and it says we can get 32, so there's a margin there. Yeah. We won't be pushing them at all. Yeah, I think we can definitely make it on them. So that means it's time to come in now. It's time to do this. Bring both drivers in. Switch to soft tires. I want to double check Oliveira. And Lipinen, coming up behind blocked to a bit. But it's time. No problems on the pits. That's good. We're definitely going to run neutral on the tires, but Oliveira, you're going to push. You should pretty much have enough fuel to push the rest of the race. So get out there and do it. 18th and 20th. That's ugly. But we're the first drivers in. Well, let's try not to get stuck in traffic. Well, Lipinen doesn't have any. 4 seconds behind. And Oliveira's got a second plus on North. So we're just going to try to climb up from the back of the field and see what happens here. Of course, if we look at the championship now, we'd get nothing and move down to second by 11 points. That would be totally unacceptable. Vasquez and DeGraaf come in. We're up to 16th and 18th. And Lipinen now only has 2 laps of fuel left to go get. He'll get at least most of that. He'll be within half a lap minimum. And now Oliveira going after North here. Probably going to be stuck behind. Oh, Chapman has to do some repairs. And Lipinen behind Chapman, but Oliveira ahead. Will she stay there? Probably not. It's still a nice place to be. And I'm really wondering if I should just gun it here with Oliveira to get by. Wexler coming in will also do some repairs. Or did. I think I'm going to. Just go. Oh, come on. That might have been a mistake. Switch to high. Boy, look at all these Schmidt going by. And Chapman, I mean, they're just flying by. Being really aggressive with the tires. So 13th and 16th, more drivers have come in. Sharp has come in, but is out on super softs, which may not last. So that's going to be interesting to watch. Wexler is out, still well ahead of us. Now Saarinen comes into the pits. Saarinen comes out in second. Looking like he feels like winning this race. Oliveira passed again. That's by Holtz. This is just generally not looking good for us at all. There's Saarinen in the lead. And ultimately, I think we're not fast enough. Thirteenth and 15th, lap 25. Oliveira trying to get by North, and does for at least the moment. But when you barely get by 13th up to 12th and you're excited about it, you know there's a problem. Looks like Lipinen about to get by. Yep, gets by Moreno. So 11th and 14th. We are moving up. We're just not moving up nearly fast enough. Looks like North is having mechanical issues. And Lippinen's strong form of earlier has disappeared, while Errol Oliveira increasingly looking solid. Lippinen having trouble here with Woodford. And is being pressed by North now because of it. Gonna lose the spot. Unbelievable. Meanwhile, Oliveira a couple seconds behind. Oh, was a couple seconds behind Schmidt and staying there, but then Schmidt got by Vidal. Vidal now coming closer, and Moreno hitting again. Or no, for the first time, excuse me. Moreno just having a terrible day. Yep, Lippinen can't get by a couple of cars low on their medium tires. He is just despicable here. And Oliveira is like, well, you know, I'll get us back into the points. Which, I mean, is good, but first and fourth for Scuderia Rossini right now. Showing no signs of having any problems with that, because I think Saarinen's going to make it on those tires. Maybe not, but I think he will. There are at least 3 drivers ahead who are going to have to pit, but that would still only make Oliveira 8th. There goes one of them. Lippinen still stuck behind North and Woodford. And Oliveira having troubles getting by Iker Vidal. Spending way too much time back here, losing seconds to the drivers ahead. Looks like we might get it here. Yep. Gain a spot, lose a spot. $11 laps, and I just don't see this changing significantly. just looks ugly. Of course, Oliveira is in the points now. We would still lose the lead, just not by nearly as much. Couple more drivers into the pits, and we're up to 8th and 11th at the moment, now 10th. Yes, and Lippinen still behind Woodford. Would you just make the pass? Well, you will now, because Woodford's coming in. And Oliveira totally dependent on the drivers ahead to pit to make up any more ground. Now we're up to 5 points, 3 points down in the championship. See where we're at with like Holtz's tires. Might make it. Sharp's tires. Probably won't. We'll see. Those two are close. Saarinen's gonna make it. Wexler's gonna make it. Chapman's gonna make it. So is Schmidt. And Lippinen now with free room, but almost 10 seconds behind Oliveira because of all of that nonsense. Oh, this is brutal. Chapman with the fastest lap of the race, of course. Gonzalez now coming in. Oliveira gets by. Lippinen. Nope. Should have, but 3 seconds or so back. Scuderia's gotten better, so they're still taking the lead. Yeah, Saarinen and Wexler now own the top 2 spots. That's just splendid, because there's no shaking them from them. We're definitely into the final laps here. We've got 5 to go. And really no hope of significant change. Gonna have to push on the tires now. And Lipinen has caught up on the fuel, so I was right on the amount of fuel. Small compensation there. Just a matter of how many cars have to come in, you know, how much we can sneak up here. Well, there's Sharp in. Is Lippin gonna get by Sharp? No. Oh, all that mess up earlier just costing him non-stop. And we'll switch back down to neutral. How's his condition? It's good enough. We're going to go high with Lippinen there. I think we're going to see Holtz come in, maybe, and that's going to be it. Yep, there goes Holtz. Saying I'm not going to make it on the current tires. Holtz come out ahead of Lippinen? No. Lippinen does get that spot. 5th and 8th. And that's enough to get us to a tie. But we're in big trouble if Saarinen doesn't have to come in. And at 18% on the tires, I don't think he's going to. If he's going to come in, this is going to be it. Let's watch Nilo Saarinen. Showing no signs of coming in. 16% on the tires. And on by he goes. Onto the final lap. He knows he's got this one. He can just cruise around. So yeah, looks like we just lost the entirety of our lead in one race. And frankly, that's probably going to doom us for the championship. She says that's alright. Lippinen says, not a bad result. And yes, it is a bad result. And there's Saarinen thinking that he's just killed us, and basically he has. Maybe they get hit with an illegal part or something again? Always possible. He got hit last time. What does it say? It says Sharp got hit. Well, that doesn't really help us. It helps us by moving Lippinen up one spot. So, yay, we're still ahead by 2 points. We would have to... Yeah, losing marketability. We'd have to run even for the rest of the competition. We can't lose any more points. What are the odds of that? And I'd have to say the odds are exceptionally low. Take a look at the calendar here. We got Phoenix, another top speed freaking track. And then Vancouver would be a little bit more to our liking. More cornering in Singapore. And more in Sydney. Yeah. So, I'm going to call this attempt here. And I'm going to restart it. Restart the challenge. Probably do what I've done before, which is do the earlier races off screen or maybe in a montage type of format. But I've got a couple ideas for what I want to do, but I definitely need to try a new strategy. So I've been going well through the last few challenges, but in this one, I mean, obviously not working. We're still ahead as of now, but our car is continually getting worse compared to the others. Gradually, slowly, you know, and it's not competitive at this point. We would need to have a lead that we could maintain, and that's just not happening right now. So I've obviously got to come up with a new strategy. So we'll be restarting with the next video, the From the Ashes Challenge, and just see how the new approach will do it. Until then, thanks for watching. I'll do my best to do better on the next attempt.